What's up, guys? Jordan McAbee here, fantasyracingonline.com, home of the Slingshot Fantasy Auto Contest. And we are on to Las Vegas with the South Point 400 on Sunday night. It's a Sunday night race this week. Picks are due around 7. I think green flag is going to be like 7:15, something like that. I'll make sure I put the correct time in the email. If you Obviously, you're probably watching this video because you play this game, but I'm going to be out of town this weekend. There's a chance that stuff might get delayed when it comes to scores. I hope not. If everything goes as planned, I don't think there's going to be any delays, but it's possible. And as usual, I'll keep you updated. But starting lineup for Las Vegas, we got Larson on the pole, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Truex, and Harvick in the top 5. Place differential plays, we're looking at like Kyle Busch in 10th, Chase Elliott 11th, Austin Dillon in 15th, who's been strong in this package, Kurt Busch back in 20th, Chris Buescher 25th, Cole Custer 28th. And super cheap Anthony Alfredo back in 32nd. Algorithm predicted finishing order, no surprise. Kyle Larson, he won here last time. He's been great in this package. He's been great on intermediates. He's been great everywhere. Kyle Larson predicted to be the winner. Got Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Super close here, as you can see in the power index. Chase Elliott 5th, Martin Truex Jr. 6th, Harvick, Keselowski, Logano, Byron, rounding out the top 10. I think Bowman and Byron have a higher ceiling than 10th and 11th. This is just predicted finishing order, so the ceiling comment was a little off, but I think they'll be better than that on Sunday night than what the algorithm is saying. Let's take a look at statistics from this year. So looking at the 550 package, so we're back to the 550 package this week at Las Vegas. And 9 races in this package. So the 9 races in the 550 package: Homestead, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Kansas, Charlotte, the 2 Pocono races, the 2nd Atlanta race, and Michigan. A lot of those tracks don't compare well to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Really, the only 3 comparable are Las Vegas, the first race, Kansas, and Charlotte. So 3 of the 9. But it's good to look at this data. 9 races this year in this package. It's good to just throw it all together and look at it and try to find trends, and then separate out the lower wear tracks, the Vegas, the Kansas, and the Charlotte race. But just know that when you're just looking at those 3 races, 1 or 2 issues can really make the numbers a little screwy for some drivers. So looking at these 9 550 horsepower package races this year, best average finish, Kyle Busch at 3.8. Kyle Larson at 6.6, Byron 7.4, Hamlin's at 8.2, Harvick's at 9.3, Blaney's at 9.6, and Bowman's at 10.0. When you sort by average running position, Kyle Larson 4.5, William Byron 7.2, Kyle Busch 7.4, Hamlin at 8.2, Bowman at 10.0, Truex at 10.3, and Blaney and Keselowski and Elliott right there at 10.7, 10.8, and 10.9. Now, let's separate these numbers out to just the low wear 1.5 miles this year. So we're looking at average finish. Kyle Busch, 2.3. Brad Keselowski, 5.3. Chase Elliott, 6.7. Kyle Larson, 7.0. Byron, 7.0. Hamlin, 7.7. Austin Dillon, 9.3. And Chris Buescher, 10.0. Go by average running position, we got Kyle Larson, 2.4. William Byron, 6.1. Kyle Busch, 6.7. Chase Elliott, 7.1, Hamlin, 7.9, Keselowski, 8.5. Keselowski's been pretty good on these low wear 1.5 miles this year, but note, 2 of the 3 were a long time ago in the season. So definitely, I think Charlotte is the most, the closest one to really pay attention to, because it was later on in the season. Similar track conditions to what we're going to see here Sunday night in Vegas. And Keselowski was 11th. I just pointed that out with Keselowski because he had 2 really good races earlier in the year at Vegas and Kansas and kind of slipped off there at Charlotte. So let's take a look at the low wear tracks from last year Best average finish was Brad Keselowski at 6.4, Kevin Harvick at 7.2, Ryan Blaney at 7.7. Larson only ran one race, 9.0, or ninth was his finish. Truex was at 9.4, Kyle Busch 10.8. Average running position, remember these are last year, this is 2020 data. Ryan Blaney 6.2, Truex 8.3, Bowman 8.7, Logano 8.8, Elliott 8.8, Harvick 9.2, Larson 9.9. This gives you a very good, a lot of the same names that you've been hearing over the last minute or two of me talking are all very good at this track type, typically at this track and in this package. So we get a very good idea of who is good, and now we just have to put together a lineup. And I'll tell you what, I was messing around with this before I started recording this video, and it's going to be tough to put up a lineup this week. There's a lot of ways you can go here, whether you want to go for higher starters and getting stage points or going for the place differential, which we all know is very important in this slingshot game. So the two safest picks up top, I think, are Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott. Starting 10th and 11th, they both have top 5 2 race winning upside, especially Kyle Busch. You take a look at his results in this package. He was third in the first Vegas race. He won the Kansas race, and he was third at Charlotte. Really top threes all around, except for his 10th at Homestead, 5th at Atlanta, and 7th at Michigan. Everything else from Kyle Busch in this package this year has been a top 3 finish. So starting 10th, top 3 upside, maybe even winning the race. Kyle Busch is a very good pick in the slingshot game. Chase Elliott, his results are interesting this year. He's ran a lot better than he's gotten finishes for. He finished 13th in the first Vegas race. Remember, he had damage early. He had to pit. They ruined the car. Ended up finishing 13th. Kansas, he finished 5th. Charlotte, he finished 2nd. Recently, he finished 7th at Atlanta 2 and 8th at Michigan. Chase Elliott, I think, has top 5 upside. I don't know if he can win this race, but he could. It's not going to surprise me. He's pretty good here at Vegas. He just sometimes doesn't get the results. And by sometimes, it's actually more often than not. So taking a look at recent races, look at these stage finishes. 2nd, 10th, 1st, 4th, 1st, 5th, 8th, 6th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 5th, 4th. Chase Elliott is good at this racetrack. He's led 12 or more laps in each of the last 4 races here. He led 70-plus laps in both races here last year. So Chase Elliott, it's playoff time. This team tends to turn it up. I really like Chase Elliott this week. I can only make a case of looking at his numbers this year not being incredibly great like they are with Kyle Larson, like they are with Kyle Busch, like they are with William Byron. But Chase Elliott's right there, starting 11th. You can't go wrong picking him. Chances are my lineup is going to start there with Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott. Now, going in the middle of the pack, I think it'd be kind of wise to either go mid-pack here and grab like Kurt Busch for that place differential of him starting 20th. This year he finished 19th in the first Vegas race, 15th at Kansas, and 38th at Charlotte. Obviously, those numbers aren't great, but those Ganassi cars are a lot faster now, and engine issues at Charlotte's why he finished 38th. So Kurt Busch definitely has upside. He won this race, this exact race last year. So Kurt Busch definitely has upside. He's good at steep tracks. He is... Again, a lot of misleading finishes here at Vegas, but when he does get the finishes, he tends to do really well. So if you did want to go place differential route, I don't mind hitting Kurt Busch. Let's just throw Anthony Alfredo on here and see how much cap we got left. That leaves us $10,600 in cap. You can either go Blaney or Keselowski. I don't like Keselowski's going to pop when you look at 1.5 mile low wear tracks, both last year and this year, but does he still have that same speed right now? Definitely a safer pick than Blaney. With that being said, though, I really think Blaney is a solid top 5 car this weekend. I think he can win this race. I think he can get stage points. I think he can lead laps. So I don't hate this lineup at all, going Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Kurt Busch, Anthony Alfredo. Also, you could go to Keselowski instead of Blaney with that exact same lineup. If you wanted to get a little further up, so to be clear, I think going with Alfredo is a very safe pick this week. He's $6,200. And it allows you to really get 3 studs, maybe even 4 studs here, in these price ranges. But Anthony Alfredo, he finished 24th in the first Vegas race. He finished 23rd at Kansas, and he finished 25th at Charlotte. Starting 32nd, if he has a normal race to what he's been having, that those place differential points plus his finish should get you a very good lineup this weekend. I also don't mind, coming up here and maybe grabbing a Chase Briscoe at 6,900, and then getting a little more creative with some of these mid-range guys. So Stenhouse you look at his finishes this year in this package, 550 package. He has a couple of duds. He finished 34th at Kansas. He finished 38th at Pocono 2. He finished 37th at Atlanta 2. But 12th at Michigan, 15th at Pocono, 12th at Charlotte, 12th at Atlanta, 11th at Vegas, 13th at Homestead. You look here at Las Vegas specifically, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 11th, 3rd, 6th, 14th, 12th. He's pretty good at this racetrack. He's pretty good at steep tracks. I don't mind taking the risk with Stenhouse. Chris Buescher is a very safe option, I think, as well. They're just $100 more. He starts 25th. You look at his finishes in the 550 package this year. He finished 19th at Homestead, 14th at Vegas, 7th at Atlanta, 8th at Kansas, 8th at Charlotte, 20th at Pocono, 19th at Pocono 2, 16th at Atlanta 2, and 15th at Michigan. With the upside, I probably go Buescher. I think he has similar finishing upside. Plus, he has a little bit more place differential than Stenhouse. But you throw him on there at $7,800 with Briscoe. It leaves you $11,100. You can grab Logano. I don't love Logano this week, but his record here at Vegas is pretty solid, as is all of Team Penske. So Logano, 9th, 14th, 1st, 9th, 1st, 4th, 7th, 4th, 2nd over the last 9 races here at Las Vegas. You look at Brad Keselowski's record. Speaking of Keselowski, 2nd, he had a 13th here last year. 7th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 6th, 5th, 1st, 7th, 1st, 3rd. That's going back all the way to 2013. Keselowski is really strong at this track. Penske is very strong at Las Vegas. So don't mind. I really don't mind this lineup either. Going Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Logano, Buescher, Briscoe. To get to Larson, maybe instead of Chase Elliott, you could go Larson, Keselowski, Buescher, Briscoe, Kyle Busch. A lot of options there. Also, if you didn't want to go Kyle Busch, you go Chase Elliott here. You could then take off Keselowski and go Alex Bowman, who definitely has upside with steep tracks. He finished 5th at Charlotte this year. Seems to always have top 5 upside. It's just which Bowman's going to show up and which one's actually going to get the finish. That he should. If you wanted to go Larson, Kyle Busch with Bowman, you could go instead of Buescher, grab. If you didn't want to come down off of Briscoe, or even Michael McDowell. Speaking of coming off of Briscoe, so you could go to Michael McDowell, who finished 17th in the first Vegas race. He finished 13th at Kansas and 20th at Charlotte. I know we haven't talked about Michael McDowell very much lately, but McDowell is a lot better in the 550 package. We haven't raced the 550 package a lot recently, so a little bit of recency bias from people, I think, not going to McDowell, but definitely a decent option. This particular lineup gives you 7,600 left over for your final spot. You could go Suarez, you could go Custer, or you could come off of Bowman, grab Keselowski, and get DiBenedetto or Buescher. I'd probably go Buescher there. But DiBenedetto has some upside as well. But yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can go with this lineup, but I think this type of build for Las Vegas 2 is kind of where you want to be. I think you want 3 of these top dollar guys, maybe 2 top dollar and 2 mid-range guys, and then someone down here like an Alfredo or a LaJoie or a Briscoe to kind of cap off your lineup. So good luck at Las Vegas. Remember, it's a Sunday night race. I'll keep you guys updated on anything that may be delayed. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's certainly possible. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. Good luck at Vegas, and see you next week for Talladega, which is, you already know how that one's going to go. So see you guys.